Hello, beautifuls. Welcome. It is so wonderful to be seen by your light and in your presence today. You are glowing. Thank you for being here. And you're probably feeling a little bit of fear right now if you're watching this video, or you're just super curious and you're here to learn and expand, because that is what we are doing. My name is Aria. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you have been here. If you are ready to dive in, I am really just going to allow what needs to come through on this topic of fear when it comes to, negative attachments, thoughts, fears within relationships, situations, all types of fear in general. Fear truly is an energy. And I want to remind you right off that you are energy as well, that you are a creator. You hold this really powerful consciousness right within you. You have this identity of yourself as a human being here, divinely in connection to the earth and everything that is around you, divinely connected to this really powerful heart and soul that is so deeply unknown, right? So the space even within you is this unknown space that a lot of us can fear as well, because it's not something that we necessarily see, it's something that is felt. So fear is something that we feel. The emotions need space to be seen, to be acknowledged, to be loved, to be accepted, to actually allow the movement of them, to actually allow the dissipation of them. And this works on an energetic level and a physical level, right? So when we give ourselves space to experience something, space to acknowledge that this is a real thing, and space to take a higher perspective, to offer it the love and the attention that is needed, and then to create a new vision, a belief that feels aligned, or just a remembrance of your power, right? Stepping back into your power, because there was a point when you were not in fear. There was a point when you felt that power within you and you were able to move forward, all right? And if this is something that feels new to you, this is a point you get to remember no matter what, because it is a part of who you are, right, as a being, especially if you're watching this video. So you have the power to create that space. Your body will actually begin to also rewire and repattern these beliefs and these memories and the traumas that you hold that may be connected to the fear that is arising for you right now. So recognizing that this fear isn't something that just arises out of the blue. There is a divine nature within this, if you choose to believe this. And this is something that I believe, is that when this fear comes up, it's a chance to open. My partner said something to me this morning saying that we are not tested just to get tougher. We are tested to open up. So these tests and these trials and ththese moments are not necessarily to just make us stronger and build stronger bonds and walls in front of our being. That's from a space of fear, not necessarily love. And yes, fear can protect us in that way, but we want to be protected in a way that feels empowering, right? To our power as creators, as energetic beings, because we are multi-dimensional beings living this temporary human experience. So this fear, when these moments come up, they are opportunities, right? And a lot of the time it comes up when we are expanding, when we are up leveling, when we are moving on to this next level part of ourselves. When we tune into something, we experience that fear, it comes up, we have an experience that maybe triggers a moment and says that oh, you're not safe, this is not okay, this is a danger zone, we're not going there, we're putting the shield up. And then it starts to loom over us. The more that we allow it to loom over us, the more that we are actually manifesting it, and the energy is matching what we are experiencing on the inside, right? And this can turn up in, the things that you don't want to happen to actually happen, to come toward you. So instead of seeing it as oh no, I don't want that to happen just because I'm in fear, I don't want all these bad things to happen, that can be so common. And I used to be in that space back in the day. I was oh my gosh, if I think this is not going to happen, it's not going to happen, and all these things, oh my goodness. First of all, you understand their power. You understand your power as a creator. You understand the power of energy. So now give yourself space. And this is something that I've realized through sessions and sessions with people, and dark dreams or dark entities and beings within dreams, or feeling like you have attachment or weight or just negative energy, a looming energy of fear. Oftentimes, it's a part of us that is looking to be seen, that needs that attention. When the fear comes up, it's an opportunity for us to actually acknowledge that we have the fear in the first place, whether it be fear of failure, fear of abandonment, fear of, something violating our space. Because that's what fear really is. It's this survival mechanism, right? And instead of being in this place where we're not learning, where we're just like, okay, everything is terrifying and this is where I am. It's working in the past. It's working as worry in the future, rather than being in this space of like, okay, this is an opportunity. I'm going to stay curious. Remember who you are. Be in the present moment. So dropping into the present moment, opening yourself up to recognize that, yes, I'm scared of this, but what is true? What is true? What is true? Return to that. Return to what is actually true. Return to this higher self perspective. And this takes just taking a step back, separating yourself from that fear for just a moment. Separate yourself, take yourself out of it. Start to question it. Start to understand who you truly are. There's a butterfly here. I wish you could see. That's just been hanging out this entire time. So you are so deeply supported within this. You can call upon your guides, your angels, your ancestors who love you unconditionally. You can call upon your higher self, source, oneness, the elements, the earth, to assist you in this process of taking a step back, acknowledging that this is here, offering yourself love and accept it, to be like, yeah, it's okay. Like, even though I'm feeling this way and it's really heavy, it's okay. And you know what? This is what I choose. This is not me. I am powerful. I am a being of creation. This is what we are recognizing, what we are remembering. That we are beings of creation. This is what fear offers us. A remembrance of our power. So create space. Give yourself a chance to feel. Give yourself that chance to have a conversation. We can even have a conversation in the comments down below about the specific fears that are coming up. And I really just intend this video to be an opportunity to claim back your power and your energy. Bring yourself home to your heart, this powerful source of creation, to really shift this energy inside of you. There is medicine here. There is such deep medicine here. And this butterfly is just affirming everything. So recognize that this is a moment of transformation. This is a moment of rebirth for you. I had actually originally recorded a video while I was going through deep fear of just a lot of things that I was experiencing, because I was expanding in my gifts. And it took me back to some trauma that I had when I was a young girl, with like seeing certain things in my experience that were just really scary. They didn't feel good. And then I started to, manifest that within my life. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like back in this place. Why? What is going on? And honestly, like, we start to think that like, oh, I'm all the way back there. I've been doing all this work, but it's like, no, we're on a spiral. We're given an opportunity to realize that, oh, I'm still holding on to that. It's time for me to remember my power, so that this opening can be more empowering and aligned at this time. So it's a shift in perspective. At the end of the day, best thing I can share with you right now is that this is a shift in perspective. If you are feeling this fear, how can you shift your perspective to one that recognizes the power of energy and the power that you have to direct it and to focus it? So if you are focusing on fear, what are you going to attract? If you are focusing on you being in authority of your own energy, responsible of your own energy, of your own being, of yourself, knowing that we can't, hold that over other people. We are not responsible for anyone else here. Yes, we are deeply connected. And this is why we start to see these reflections and the fear rising up in different situations and places within our lives. However, this is a chance for us to recognize that, like, okay, if I were to focus on being a pillar of light, what does that mean? You may attract the darkness. And what you get to do is offer your most divine light to it. And this automatically shifts and transforms this energy. This is the power that you hold. And the more that you get to feel into that for yourself, sit up straight, be with yourself, feel the light of your soul's essence, experience your heart, experience the love that lives inside of you, that will naturally melt everything away. It will even just relax the neurons and the proteins within your brain to actually send transmissions that are aligned with what you want to create, not necessarily what has been created from past experience or trauma, which is normally why this fear is coming up, because it's uncomfortable, it's new, it's connected to something in the past, it's connected to a worry in the future. So get present, be with what's arising, recognize that this is a chance of opening for you, and that you hold authority over your being, that you have the power to invoke all the support, all the love from within and without. Okay, you are so deeply powerful. You are such a divine being. You are deeply connected to all that is. You are connected to this universal healing energy within you. You are not here by mistake. All right? You are not here just to be here. And then all these other people have gifts and all these things. Like, no, you actually have the power to heal yourself. You hold the power to bring, energy into your hands, onto your body. To start shifting the energy here, to start focusing it, to choose something. And this needs to come from you. Anyone else could come over here and do a little transmission, do a little this, that, and that. But if you don't believe that you can be free of this fear, that you can actually sit in a space with fear and know your power, then not very much is going to shift for you. And it may be really helpful to receive transmissions and energy healing and all of these things, but at the end of the day, it's where you are focusing and directing your energy. So drop into gratitude, drop into your heart, drop into your truth. And I pray this assists you in just remembering how powerful you are, and that you can literally just switch it. No matter how deep, we can have all these excuses, all these reasons. No matter how deep this fear goes and all of these things, like, we all got it. All right, the fear goes all the way back to our ancestors. We all know. It's deep. This fear is deep. However, there's so many things around our society already that are perpetuating this fear to say that, like, you're not enough, you gotta do this, and then, like, no. Okay, we already have enough of that. And we're all experiencing that. If you're feeling a fear so deep, there's someone else that's felt it. I've felt it. There's someone that's going to feel it. And it's an opportunity to remember our power. Know that you are not alone in this. That we all experience this deep fear, and it can really just suffocate us. But that's when you get to separate yourself from it for a moment. Meditate. Breathe. Create a sacred space for yourself with support. Speak to someone about it, all right? Open yourself up to the possibility of it not serving you and actually letting it go and choosing what is serving you. This is such a beautiful moment, and I just thank you so much for being here, for receiving. And if you feel called to share, please do share in the comments down below. Allow us to hold you and assist you in creating these beliefs that feel good, this remembrance to come home to yourself. And if you really would like some guidance to remember the power of who you are and the connectivity that you have as an energetic being, then you should check out the free meditation, the soul activation meditation that I've created with so much love from my heart to yours. So thank you so much for being here. If you feel called to subscribe, please do. I also have YouTube memberships here, so if you want to connect more in community, receive readings, and be involved in circles and member-only videos, you can as well. But just thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it, and yeah, I would just love this to be a discussion, a conversation. You can always feel free to email me if you feel like there's anything that you really just want to talk through. That's what I'm here for. It. You're gonna be all right. Set your divine protection. Go do all of your cleanses that you would like to do to really bring yourself into a state that feels, that you feel like you can begin to take that step back and open. Loving you so much. Please do like the video, and I will see you all in another video. Goodbye.